wild boar sightings have become increasingly common around farms in many rural areas. Fields are often torn apart, crops consumed, and farmers left facing serious losses. These animals are known for their intelligence and ability to evade control efforts, which makes managing their population a significant challenge. To address this problem, many farmers turn to traps, an effective and low-cost method of control. Setting the traps is only the first step. What follows is a determined effort to restore balance to the farmland and prevent further destruction. Round cage traps are commonly used, as they are capable of capturing multiple boars at once when the herd arrives together. These traps are strategically placed along frequently used paths, identified by fresh footprints and droppings. Corn and cassava are often used as bait, hung near the entrance to lure the animals closer until they trigger the mechanism. In the early morning, farmers carefully inspect these traps. When a boar makes contact with the bait, the self-locking mechanism is activated, causing the cage door to slam shut and contain the entire group. With the traps set in optimal locations, it is possible to capture multiple animals in a single night. Rapid action is essential. If the captured animals are not relocated or managed, the damage can continue to spread, threatening not just one farm, but the entire surrounding community. Through careful preparation, timely intervention, and decisive action, the balance can gradually be restored. In addition to steel traps, smaller hunting traps are also used. These are portable, easy to hide, and well suited for dense forest areas and narrow paths. Approaching these traps requires caution, as wild boars are quick and easily alarmed. Modern systems even include signal devices that send alerts directly to a farmer's equipment when a trap is triggered. This allows for a swift response, increasing the chance of success. In some cases, population management may also involve controlled hunting, carried out with precision and under strict safety measures. The process can be physically demanding. Thick mud, dense vegetation, and changing weather conditions all add to the difficulty. But every successful capture or removal helps reduce crop damage and prevent disease transmission. The scale of this issue is enormous. In some U.S. states, such as Georgia, wild boars cause agricultural losses estimated at over $150 million annually. Their impact is not limited to farms. They also disrupt ecosystems and threaten native species, including endangered ones. Because of these threats, population management efforts are ongoing and carefully coordinated. Strategies combine traditional trapping with modern technology, scientific monitoring, and community cooperation. Wild boars are highly intelligent animals with a powerful sense of smell, which serves as a natural alarm system. This means that wind direction, stealth, and patience are critical for success. Spotting a moving shadow among the undergrowth is often the first sign of their presence, and quick, precise action is required to prevent further damage. These efforts represent more than just a practical solution for farmers. They are part of a wider attempt to restore ecological balance, protect food supplies, and reduce the risks associated with invasive species. As the hunt moved deeper into the forest, the environment became increasingly tense. The dense air and narrowing paths created a sense of urgency. Suddenly, a large, muscular wild boar appeared, charging forward in an attempt to escape. A well-placed shot quickly stopped its advance, preventing further damage to the surrounding farmland. This moment represented the delicate balance between human activity and wildlife management. Every successful action helps protect crops and restore peace to the land. Elevated positions provide a significant tactical advantage in such situations, allowing for observation and careful timing before taking the decisive shot. When the animal entered the open clearing, it became the perfect target. A single precise shot ensured that the threat was neutralized. The result was a moment of relief, as one less challenge now threatened the agricultural fields. Moving from the hillsides to the meadows presented new difficulties. Visibility decreased, turning the process into a test of alertness and precision. Under the midday sun, signs of another animal were discovered nearby. The marksman quickly positioned for a clean shot, ending the confrontation before the animal could cause more damage. Elsewhere, a similar encounter unfolded. a wild boar charged across the meadow at full speed, closing the distance within seconds. The situation required quick reaction and accuracy. A single, controlled shot stopped the animal just meters away, averting a potentially dangerous situation and preserving the safety of the team. As the day approached its end, vigilance was maintained. On a red dirt path, an ideal ambush position had been chosen. Soon, an entire herd appeared, moving in formation. A series of precise shots brought the situation under control, protecting the farmland and completing the operation with success. In the dense Alentejo forest, the presence of wild boars was unmistakable. Their loud calls echoed through the area as they tore through fields, overturning soil and damaging crops before retreating into their dens. Farmers faced great difficulty in stopping this destruction on their own. Hunters are often called to assist in protecting the land. Every measure is carefully planned to minimize further losses while keeping the ecosystem in balance. The goal is not only to protect crops, but also to maintain harmony between agriculture and wildlife. At dawn, a team of hunters set out to their designated location. By the time they arrived, the forest had been surrounded and carefully secured. Each step was deliberate, scanning every corner for signs of movement. Soon, the distant barking of dogs indicated the presence of a wild boar nearby. A massive boar suddenly charged forward, but it was quickly brought down by a series of well-aimed shots. The hunt had started successfully. The search continued deeper into the forest. Silence filled the air, broken only by the sound of careful footsteps. Minutes passed before another boar appeared from the dense undergrowth. A single shot struck with precision, and the animal fell instantly, restoring calm to that section of the forest. Additional sounds revealed the presence of more animals. Through the scope, shadows moved stealthily, navigating through dry branches. When the timing was right, another precise shot ensured the area remained secure. At another vantage point, advanced optical equipment was used to monitor movements from a distance, making every detail appear as if it were just a few meters away. The target slowly crossed the opposite hillside, but escape was impossible. In an instant, another clean shot was made, marking a clear and decisive result. From a concealed position, another wild boar was spotted charging across the path. A precise burst of gunfire was enough to stop its advance, leaving it motionless on the ground. This swift action marked the elimination of yet another threat to the surrounding farmland. But the encounter was not over. Moments later, another shadow emerged from the undergrowth. These wild boars were known for their cunning behavior, never moving in a straight line, constantly weaving through the brush to evade view. Yet, for an experienced marksman, this was expected. A single, well-timed shot brought the animal down the instant it appeared. This moment marked the conclusion of the day's effort. The number of wild boars controlled was sufficient to prevent further crop damage, at least temporarily. However, the challenge remains ongoing, as the reproductive rate of these animals is remarkably high, allowing populations to rebound quickly, if not managed consistently. Across Turkey, similar situations unfold regularly. In one incident, a herd of wild hogs launched a sudden attack on farmlands, devastating 2 farms in quick succession. A team of hunters was called in for a 5-day operation aimed at reducing the population and protecting the harvest. Such hunts are far from simple. Wild hogs possess highly developed senses, particularly their sense of smell, enabling them to detect danger and disappear before hunters or dogs can get close. To address this challenge, advanced tracking equipment was deployed to follow their trails and cut the time needed to intercept them. The operation began before dawn, with vehicles heading straight to the designated locations. Within hours, the first target was located, a silhouette hiding in the tall grass. A clean, decisive shot ended the threat and marked the first success of the mission. The team pressed forward, carefully positioning themselves near well-known foraging routes. Soon, another boar cautiously emerged from the underbrush. Every action, from chambering the round to firing the shot, was executed with precision. The result was another clean elimination, with no chance for the animal to escape. As tracking continued, the sounds of hunting dogs signaled the presence of additional boars nearby. The team moved swiftly through the dense foliage to assist. Ahead, 3 hogs were cornered, and as one charged, A rapid volley of fire brought them down one by one. By late morning, several threats had been neutralized, offering temporary relief to the farmland. But the mission was far from over. A strategy session was held to coordinate the afternoon hunt, ensuring full coverage of the surrounding slopes. On the hillsides of Anatolia, teamwork between hunters and dogs created a seamless strategy. The dogs flushed the animals from hiding, driving them directly toward the waiting marksmen. A carefully timed series of shots ended the confrontation and prevented further destruction to the area's crops. As the sun began to set, the team started to pack up. However, just before leaving, another boar appeared within sight. A precise shot ended the chase immediately, and a second animal was quickly taken down by another hunter nearby. By the end of the first day, a significant number of wild hogs had been removed, restoring a measure of calm to the farmland. Still, the challenge continues. Controlling the population of these invasive animals requires persistence, planning, and ongoing action to ensure that the farmland remains protected and future harvests are secure.